I want you to stop what you're doing for a second and think about this. You've spent 40, maybe 50 years working. You paid your taxes, you raised your kids, you saved your money carefully, dollar by dollar, and right now, that money is sitting in a bank account with your name on it. But here's what nobody told you. And I mean nobody. Your name on that account means almost nothing the day you die. The bank doesn't care about your family. The bank doesn't care about your wishes. The bank answers to one thing, the federal code. And if you haven't filed one specific free form with your bank, your family gets locked out, completely, legally, and there's nothing they can do about it. My name is Eduardo. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a CPA. I'm just someone who has spent years watching seniors get blindsided by a system that was never designed to protect them. And today I'm going to walk you through exactly what happens when this goes wrong, and the one simple thing you can do to prevent it. Let me paint you a picture. You have a savings account. Maybe it has $80,000 in it. Maybe it has $300,000. You worked hard for that money. You've already told your son or your daughter, when I'm gone, that money is yours. You might even have a will, a real one, signed, notarized, witnessed, sitting in a drawer or a lockbox somewhere safe. Here's what I need you to understand right now. A will does not touch your bank account. I know that sounds wrong. I know that goes against everything you've been told. But listen to me carefully. A will is a letter to a judge. That's it. It tells the probate court what you want done with your estate. But before that judge can do anything, your family has to file paperwork, hire an attorney, wait months, sometimes over a year, and pay fees that can eat thousands of dollars out of what you left behind. Meanwhile, your bank account is frozen. Your family cannot touch it, not a single dollar. And here's the part that really gets me. Your family is grieving. They just lost you. And now they're sitting in a courthouse, filling out forms, paying filing fees, dealing with a system that moves at its own pace and doesn't care about their pain. This is happening to families every single week across this country, and it is completely 100% preventable. Let me explain why the bank does this, because I think once you understand the reason, the solution makes total sense. When you open a bank account, you are entering into a legal contract with that institution. Your name is on the contract. You are the only party the bank recognizes. The moment you pass away, that contract ends. You are no longer a legal party to anything. And because the bank has no instruction on file telling them who gets the money next, they are legally required to hold it. They cannot just hand it to your daughter because she shows up crying with a death certificate. Federal regulations prohibit it. The bank is not being cruel. They are following the law, and the law says if there is no beneficiary designation on file, the money belongs to the estate, and the estate belongs to the probate court. Now here's where it gets worse. Probate is not free, not even close. In many states, attorney fees for probate are calculated as a percentage of the gross estate. We're talking 2%, 3%, sometimes more. On a $200,000 account, that's $4,000 to $6,000 gone before your family sees a single dollar. Add court filing fees, publication fees. Yes, they make you publish a notice in a newspaper, and bond premiums, and you're looking at thousands more, and then you wait. 6 months minimum in most states, often 12 to 18 months. All while your family is covering expenses out of their own pockets. Now let me tell you about the solution, and I want you to really hear this, because it is so simple it's almost hard to believe. There is a form called a Payable-on-Death form. You'll also see it called a POD form, or sometimes a Transfer-on-Death form, TOD. Same idea, different name depending on the bank. This form is free. It is 1 page, and it completely bypasses the probate court. Here's how it works. You walk into your bank. You ask the teller for the payable-on-death beneficiary designation form. You fill in the name, date of birth, address, and social security number of the person or people you want to receive your money. You sign it. You hand it back. That's it. That is the entire process. When you pass away, your beneficiary walks into that same bank with a death certificate and a valid ID. The bank looks at the screen, sees the PI designation, and cuts them a check. No judge, no attorney, no waiting period, no fees. The legal concept behind this has been around since 1904. It's been tested in courts across the country for over a century. It is rock solid, and it is completely free. Now, I want to talk about 3 specific mistakes I see people make with this form, because filling it out incorrectly can be just as bad as not filling it out at all. Mistake number 1, naming a minor child as the beneficiary. If you name your grandchild who is 10 years old as your beneficiary, the bank cannot hand a check to a 10-year-old. The court will appoint a guardian to manage that money until the child turns 18. You've just created a mini probate situation for that portion of the account. If you want to leave money to a grandchild, talk to an attorney about setting up a custodial account under the Uniform Transfers to Minors Act. But do not just write a child's name on the PO'd form and assume it works cleanly. Mistake number 2, never updating the form. Life changes. People die. People get divorced. If you named your spouse as your beneficiary and your spouse passed away before you and you never updated that form, the designation fails. The money goes right back into probate. You need to check this form every few years. Ask your bank to print your current beneficiary designations every time you visit. Make it a habit. Mistake number 3, naming only one beneficiary with no backup. This ties into the last point. You want to name a primary beneficiary, the first person in line, but you also want to name a contingent beneficiary. That's the backup. If your primary beneficiary passes away before you do, the contingent beneficiary steps in automatically. Without a contingent, you're back to square one. While we're here, I need to warn you about something else that catches families completely off guard. A lot of you have a safe deposit box at the same bank where you keep your savings. And inside that box, you might have your will, your deed, your insurance policies, maybe some jewelry or cash. You gave your son the spare key. You think he can walk in and open it. He cannot. The moment the bank learns you have passed away, they are required to seal that safe deposit box. Your son can stand at the counter with the key in his hand, and the bank manager will turn him away. To open a sealed safe deposit box, your family needs a court order. And here's the cruel irony. If your will is inside that box, they need the will to start the probate case, but they need a probate order to get the will. It becomes a circle with no exit. The fix is simple. Go to your bank and add your child as a joint renter on the safe deposit box contract. Not a joint owner of your account, just the box. This gives them the legal right to access it independently, even after you're gone. It costs almost nothing and takes about 15 minutes. I'm not going to leave you with a vague suggestion. I'm going to give you a specific action plan, 4 steps. Do these this week. Step 1. Pull out your most recent bank statement tonight. Look at the account name line. Look for the letters POD, TOD, or ATF. That stands for as trustee for. If you don't see those letters, your account has no beneficiary on file. Step 2. Go to your bank branch in person, not the app, not the website. Walk in and ask the teller for the payable-on-death beneficiary designation form. Every FDIC-insured bank has this form. If a teller tells you they don't have it, ask for the branch manager. Step 3. Bring the right information with you. You need the full legal name, current address, date of birth, and social security number for every person you want to name. The bank needs the social security number to verify identity at the time of payout. Without it, there can be delays. Write this information down before you go. Step 4. Name both a primary and a contingent beneficiary. Primary is your first choice. Contingent is your backup, and set a reminder on your phone or your calendar to review this form every 3 years or anytime there's a major life change. A death, a divorce, a new grandchild. I want to be straight with you. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a CPA. I can't give you legal advice for your specific situation. What I can do is make sure you understand how this system works, because the system is not going to explain itself to you. The banks won't bring this up unless you ask. The courts certainly won't warn you ahead of time. And by the time your family finds out there's a problem, it's too late for you to fix it. You still have time. You still hold the pen. One form. One trip to the bank. $0. That is the difference between your family walking out of that branch with a check in their hand or walking out with nothing, heading straight into a courthouse that will take their time, their money, and their peace of mind. Do this for the people you love. Do it this week. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And drop your state in the comments. I want to know where you're watching from, because the rules vary by state, and I want to make sure I'm covering what matters most to you. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself.